Hey everybody, I got something you don't often see in South Africa. In fact, I have not ever seen one in South Africa. There was one on auction once, which I bid on, but it went a crazy price. This is a Japanese Arisaka, a Type 99 Japanese Arisaka, Second World War. Caliber is 7.7 by 58 millimeters. So the Japanese made two rifles. The Type 38 was the first one they had. It's not 1938, it's way before that. They use, every time the emperor dies, they start the calendar fresh. So the Type 38 was 38th year of that particular emperor. And that one was in 6.5 by 58, was a rimmed cartridge. The 7.7 is a rimless cartridge like a 308 or 30-06. How they got to the 99, I don't know. Anyway, this is just typical. I'll show you just kind of the way to distinguish between the 38 and the 99. Well, first it's the caliber. There's a bigger hole in the front of the gun, and the dead giveaway is this part of the tang goes over the pistol grip to there, where the 38 ends there. So that's kind of the dead giveaway. So this gun was not in a bad condition. That seam, they use a very narrow plank or board to make this stock from, and this is joined in. So they're all like that. So this is not a repair. This is how it comes. This is how it was made. So this is a last ditch rifle, kind of 1944, 1945, and they kind of cheapened off their production. They and I'll show you what they did. A hell of a long bayonet on it, which I'll take off just to make it easier to handle. The last ditch rifles are really identified by, they used to have finger grooves there. They cheapened the production, left those out. Used to have a tangent sight over here that you would move up and down. They left that out and just put a fixed peep on there. The bolt handle changed. It used to have like a rugby ball shape, just this barrel shaped bolt handle. At the back of the bolt on that bolt shroud used to be beautifully engraved on the the non-last ditch rifles. This one is just, you can see where it's just been welded. What's interesting about this particular one is that right over there you can see a flower. That's called the mum. Now that, when Japan surrendered, and they would grind that off because it was a disgrace to, that's the sign of the emperor, and it was a disgrace to let the gun go with that on. So none of the guns that were kind of sold as milsurp or after surrender had that on. They were all ground off. The ones that's got that on, they really mark a gun that was a battlefield pickup. You know, somebody picked it up on the battlefield and brought it back as a war trophy, and that's how it got through without that being ground off. I don't know what this gun's worth. It's not mine. I haven't bought it. It's a gun that somebody brought to me to just have it do a light refurb on it, clean the stock up and clean the rust and stuff up on it, and then I need to sell it on auction for him, and we'll split the profits. The action is typical Mauser. It's as strong as can be. It's one of the strongest actions out. It's not a pretty action, but it's typical Mauser. Controlled feed, as per Mauser. Same kind of bolt release as a Mauser over there. It's got a magazine, the tab on the magazine, so it can't close on an empty magazine, just so you know that you've run out a cock on closing, like a 96 or 93 Mauser rather than a 98. I just thought it's interesting. I just wanted to quickly capture it and capture the condition of it, all brown, rusty, and all the rest. And maybe I'll make a video when I'm done with it, just so that we can see how it turns out. Got that Type 99 cooked off, cleaned the stock up, just gave it a light clean. Didn't want to sand all the imperfections out because that would not do the gun justice. No, got it all cooked off. All that brown turned into a beautiful black. It's actually amazing how black it went from from the brown it was. Got all the gunk off the stock as well, and just this was separating. The lamination there was letting go, so I inserted hydraulically epoxy from the back and got it all firmed up. So all the Arisakas have got this join, and the theory is that Japan doesn't have big trees, so they use small trees and then join that piece in. But I'm not sure if that theory holds true, because there's a Arisaka Type I, which was made for the Japanese by Italy, and it's essentially a Carcano, Italian Carcano, that's just set up in this fashion, and it then also shoots the 6.5 Japanese cartridge, and those are made in Italy, and the stock is the same. It's also joined in, unless the Italians only supplied the barreled action to Japan and they stocked them themselves, and then maybe the small tree theory holds true. But anyway, I didn't sand this gun. I didn't put any bluing on it. I left all the pits, and because those aren't pits, that's just rough casting from the last ditch effort, just before Japan, just before the end of the war, the Second World War. So I mean, you can see even like the welding is not ground smooth and stuff. So structurally, there's nothing wrong with the last ditch rifles. They just rough from a manufacturing point of view. I did the same with the bayonet. Took the scales off, cleaned them up, and then cooked all the rust off the bayonet. Turned black. So initially, the deal was that I was going to get the rifle, do a conservation on it, and then sell it. And then when the owner said he wants to see it before I sell it, and when I took it to him, he said, "Oh no, I don't know if I want to sell this anymore. I want to keep it." We got to an agreement, and he paid me for the work. So the owner said he wanted to shoot the gun, and we got to make some ammo for it, and that's exactly what we then did. I got some PPU cases and some PPU bullets, loaded it up with 4350, and that's the final result. If you look on the back, you'll see 7.7 by 58. It's a rimless case. I've got a 30-06 case there just for comparison, and ballistically they close. 30-06 is slightly longer in the neck, and it's got a more tapered shoulder. The Type 38, it used the 6.5 by 51, and that's what it is. So the Japanese went from that round to that round. Type 38, Type 99. That's it, guys. I hope you found that transition as remarkable as I did. Stay safe. We talk again. Cheers.
Yeah, you're good to go.